we spoke in Liverpool about the UK fight you obviously always wanted. Um, is that still the case?
Yeah, no, definitely is. I kind of done my fair share of trying to call out Itauma and Wardley and some of those guys, and I feel like being able to cross the pond and going over there, it would be an amazing fight, a great fight, and it's something that I'm really looking forward to in the near future.
Yeah, it was. I think when we spoke, you were looking at Wardley, and you mentioned the timer as well back then. Who's the number one pick at the moment?
I mean, I think it's got to be Itauma. I think we have the same record. We have I think the same knockout record as well. I think we're moving through the ranks pretty well. And he's a guy in the UK, and I'm the guy in the USA. And I feel like we could just get that together and mix it up. I feel like that's gonna be a huge fight.
Yeah, he's obviously just signed to fight Jermaine Franklin, hasn't he? What do you think about that, and how do you think that'll go?
I think your main friend is a great fighter. I think that'll be a good test for him. But end of the day, I think that Tama knows who he is, and he'll be able to show just his style and be able to give the fans a great fight. And I think that will just again build on the fight that would make place for us. I got a fight coming up this weekend, and hopefully I'll get to showcase my abilities. He'll get to showcase his abilities, and I'll just further build the fight.
Yeah, definitely. I suppose for all Atauma's, he's looked great in the fights, but he hasn't really fought a live dog yet, really. Would you agree with that?
I feel like every time someone has a fight, they're like after they win or they have a devastating knockout or they do something like that, then all of a sudden the fighter was nothing. No one cares about the fighter anymore. He was always gone. He was always old. Something happens like that, and so I wouldn't say that he hasn't fought any dogs. I think he has been in there with some pretty tough guys, but uh, but at the same time, I don't think he's been in there with anybody kind of on the upbringing as well. I think both of he and I have something to prove. I think both he and I have that want and that passion still in that game, and I think that's something that's a little different now. It's like two very eager opponents that want to make a fight happen.
Yeah. What is it you see in him that you can maybe exploit, or that you gives you a bit of confidence that I can go on and win that fight?
You know, I think it's just my confidence is I think he's a great fighter. It's not really something I see in him that I feel like, oh, I could definitely take him or something like that. I want to prove I'm the best. I want to prove I'm the guy. I want to prove that all the hard work and things that I put into the ring are worth it. And so in order to do so, I have to fight the best. And I think he's one of the best fighters coming up. I think he has the same record as I do. I think either someone's gonna say someone's either hype and someone's the real deal. I want to find out too. And so what better way to find out than putting us in the ring together? And that's what I want.
Yeah. We spoke about Wardley last time as well. What did you make of his fight with Joseph Parker?
Man, this dude must have stones for hands, man. You know what I mean? After what he did with Justice and what he did with this guy as well. I give him a lot of credit, because everyone's always like, oh, the style, this, that. He shows the true heavyweight division. He shows what it takes to be a heavyweight. That one punch can change a fight. That's kind of his mantra. That's who he is as a person. He could be losing the entire fight. Last round, just take a guy out. It's incredible to watch. He's a fan favorite fighter now. He's one of my. I like watching him now as well. No matter what it is by his style, I think his style's gonna get better and better. But Buddy has a chin, and Buddy could take. Buddy has a shot too.
Yeah, it looks like he's got Usyk next. How do you think that goes?
I think Usyk knows how to go 12 rounds. I think Usyk also has been there with some heavy hitters. But no matter what I say, you can't count Fabio out of anything anymore. I think he's proven that in his last couple of fights. No matter what happens, he has a puncher's chance. And so I think any fight that he gets into, any fight that he has, is gonna be one that you want to watch because you just never know what's gonna happen. I definitely favor Usyk, but I also favored Parker and I favored Justice. And so I have no idea what would happen if you get in the ring with that guy.
Yeah. Another Brit who's on the bit of a rise, and I think Top Rank even offered Matchroom a fight with you. It's Dave Allen. What do you make
Okay,
of him?
yeah.
Yeah.
I think I heard about that. I'm more than willing to. I want to go fight the British. You know, like I want to be like I want to. The British are coming. I want to come. I want them to come over here. I want to go over there. I want to have just you guys as fans, you guys as atmosphere, you guys as people are just boxing favors. You know, I've been to a couple fights in the UK, and it was just the one of the best times of my life. You know, even the World Championships, there was a huge crowd out there. You know, and I want to go out there and fight. So I think that would be a great fight for me as well. I would love to have that fight. I think what he did with Fisher, right? He fought. What he did against Fisher was really impressive, especially because that guy was on the up and coming. And I want to show what the Americans have to offer. You know, I want to be there. I want to be the guy that takes out some of the UK guys, and we just start building off each other. I think this is the perfect time, the perfect atmosphere, and the perfect place. We have two English speaking countries that have some heavyweights that are active and willing to fight. Let's make these fights happen.
Yeah. I've got to ask you about obviously last night a bit of news broke that Joshua and Jake Paul are in talks. What do you make of that?
Uh I mean, Joshua wants to get a payday, and I think that's okay. Also, I think Joshua has the potential to really knock out Jake Paul, um, which I think could be a good and bad thing. Like it'll be good to show that boxing still, like the pedigree of boxing, Olympic gold medalist and a world champion, uh, is different on different levels than some of these guys out there. But also, it could, like Jake Paul has brought so many eyes to boxing. I think it's gonna be a watchable fight. I'm definitely gonna tune in, especially after what Joshua did to the UFC guy.
Oh, Ngannou.
Who's the
Ngannou.
Ngannou, yeah.
Yeah.
After what Joshua did to Ngannou, you know, like so Joshua has no problem knocking out some of these guys that aren't really or didn't start off as a boxer. But also, I mean, I commend Jake Paul. He's really done his thing. He's been training really hard. He's been in the gym. I do think he's a boxer. I just don't know if he's at the level he thinks he's at. And that's where we kind of have a discrepancy. But I consider Jake Paul a boxer, and I'm looking forward to the fight, man.
Yeah, man, it's an interesting one, isn't it? One last thing I wanted to talk to you about the it's Top Rank. Obviously, you're a top rank guy through and through. Do you know anything in terms of a broadcast deal? They're making fights, which it seems good. Like you've obviously got the
Uh,
Zayas fight coming up, which look, but yeah, in terms of a broadcaster, have you got any ideas?
I know that my fight's gonna be streamed on Tubi. If you guys want to be there, tune in on this Saturday. It'll be a good one. I have no clue about any type of network deal. Honestly, it, to me, it doesn't even really matter either. I just want to fight, you know. So whatever Top Rank gets, the more publicity, the better it is. It'll help me with my sponsors and stuff like that. It'll satisfy them a little more. But as long as I can get a fight, I'll fight with no one there. I'll fight with everyone there. As long as I can get in the ring and compete, that's what I want.
Yeah. Thank you for your time, Richard. Again, it's an absolute pleasure to talk to you, and best of luck for your fight. I'll be watching.
Appreciate that, man. It was great seeing you again
Well.
too.